Happy Monday, sports fans. Another edition of your favorite sports show, the Morning Sports Session. I'm your host, D-Banks, and as always, I have my colleagues with me, Denzel, Patrick, and Jarrell. And we'll be discussing some of today's hottest sports topics, including predictions for the AFC West, Anquan Bolding's shocking retirement, and fight week for Floyd and Conor. As we start our morning session, and you bring in yours with the first pick. NFL predictions for the AFC West. Patrick, start us off.
I'm gonna start off by saying I got the Denver Broncos 6-10. Now, that might be a little bit harsh. But really, I don't think it's that harsh when you consider how poor that offense is. Not even how poor the quarterback position specifically. I don't even think it's a poor offense. They have good receivers. Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, they're still good receivers. They got decent running backs.
But Jamal.
But at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, John Elway's, the great John Elway knows better.
Yeah.
He knows that he cannot win with Trevor Siemian or Paxton Lynch or whoever it's going to be at quarterback. You can't win. No, I don't care how good your defense is. They have top 3 defense in the league, but
I expect them to make
only going to win you so many games. I got the Chargers, and this on the flip side of things, talked about Denver's defense. Chargers have a good, high-powered offense that every year Phillip Rivers is going to lead them down the field, and it's the same thing with Phillip. He puts up great numbers every year. He's a great quarterback, great for that system. I got the Chargers at 7-9. Progress for the Chargers, and they'll be better in the future. Second place in the division, tied with the Chiefs, 12-4. The Raiders and Chiefs. I got the Raiders 4-2 in the division. The Chiefs 5-1, so the Chiefs get the tiebreaker. Now I went this way because I got the Chiefs winning the head-to-head matchups, simply because I think their defense is just it's too much for Oakland. Oakland's defense still, I think that they're going to get better this year. They're going to get better every year, but they still have been one of the worst defenses in the league over the last few years. Until they prove that to me, I don't think that they can win the division.
I mean, I think they personally, I believe that they have the best defender.
Now, if we're talking about Khalil Mack,
yes,
they have that, but you got to build around it.
Yeah.
You can't just rely on one guy on your defense.
They're getting better, but they're not that.
Didn't they just draft that one corner that had some issues?
Yeah, Conley. They drafted Carl Joseph last year, and now I'm worried about Sean Smith now. He's the number one corner, so.
Didn't they draft Miami too, this safety from UConn?
Yeah, they did.
See, they're trying.
They're getting that. They're getting that defense. They're getting those D-backs. They're getting those D-backs right. Hopefully, Sean Smith can get his name cleared, and we'll see. The defense is going to get better. That's for sure. I just don't know if they're there yet.
I'm gonna go next crack.
No, you're good.
And I agree with you with Denver, though. Honestly, Kubiak, his retirement was they didn't expect it, so I feel like that kind of caught John Elway off guard because I think he expected Kubiak to be able to weather the storm while the quarterbacks were like this. So I think that's why Denver is where they're at right now. Obviously, like you said, they have Emmanuel Sanders, they have Demaryius Thomas. So I mean, they can be productive, but it's going to come down to Trevor Siemian and Paxton Lynch. So whichever one's in there, they're going to have to get the job done because Von Miller. I already talked about Khalil. They're ready to get these sacks. They said they came out and said they want to get 30 sacks. So I feel like both those teams' defenses will be ready to go. So I believe I got the same two teams at the top of I got the same two teams at the top of this division too. I got the Raiders and I got the Chiefs. Obviously, I really like Alex Smith. We talked about him before. He's probably one of the most poised quarterbacks for me. Tariq's in his second year. He's going to be coming in. Ready to be more explosive than last year.
Alex Smith is such a great game manager as long as he does that.
Yeah. And then we're going to talk about his tight end in a second here. Kelsey's not one to be. He's not a slouch. Exactly. Look out for him on the fantasy. And then you look at the Chargers, and I really, they're okay. Obviously, Phillip Rivers is still a gunslinger. He still gets the job done. Melvin Gordon will be a problem. Antonio Gates still gets his, but
Keenan Allen can get it.
Exactly. Yeah, so
that's the big thing.
Bosa, he's going to be a problem, but we'll see with them. I mean, I got them probably finishing around 8-8. I got Denver at 6-10. I got the Raiders finishing out winning this division. I really like the Marshawn pickup.
Yeah.
I feel like Derek Carr is going to come back and be strong. So.
Yeah.
I got the Raiders in this division 13-3.
That's
I feel
fair.
both of y'all.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I agreed with you with the Chargers 7-9, but I have them in last place of the division, and I'll get to that.
Ooh.
Like you said,
Yeah, a lot of wins out of
that defense isn't. Well, this was the best division in football last year. That's what I'm
It
sticking
is a
with
tough
it.
division.
No,
I'm
him saying
sticking with it.
7-9 means that Denver.
Yeah.
Jarrell's about to. Yeah.
Watch. So the Chargers, I have them. Their defense, like you said, has too many holes. They're improving, but still shortened up. 7-9. I have the Broncos finishing 9-7. That defense will carry them a lot, and hopefully Jamal can stay healthy, win them a couple games. So I'm saying 9-7. Quarterbacks are an issue. Oakland, I have in second place at 10-6, and I have the Chiefs in first place at 11-5. Now,
Wow.
it could go any way.
Okay.
But the Chiefs' defense is so much more
So
solid
you got them
than
winning
the
the
Raiders.
head-to-head matchup versus the Raiders.
But I don't got the
Yeah.
Chiefs. The
Yeah,
Chiefs'
that's
run
what I
game
have
isn't.
going
The
on.
Chiefs' run game without Jamal Charles is gonna be.
They didn't need Jamal at all last year. Though.
Reports out
They've been fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
been
know,
good.
but
They have a
they.
good system, good offensive
And like you
line.
said, poised Alex Smith.
Yeah,
He
As
but
long as he
games.
can be a game manager and rely on the defense to win him games.
Now it's
I just
subject
like always
to
having
change
the running
if
back option.
Marshawn comes in as beast mode of old.
yeah.
That's what I'm waiting to see
Okay.
how the year.
Behind that offensive line, he
Yes,
could be.
exactly.
Yeah.
he could be
Exactly.
They're a
something
top tier
else.
line. The Raiders are a top tier line. That's why I got them at
Second
13-3.
best line in the league.
Yep.
It seems our panel agrees the AFC West will probably be the toughest division in football again this year. And
Maybe.
as we move on, fantasy football, tight ends. Let's talk about it. Who's some of the hot targets at tight end we're looking to pick up in fantasy this year?
Who you got,
Start
Craig?
with Jarrell.
Now don't get mad at me, but my list of 5 top tight ends are based off of last year's fantasy points.
Oh, so then that means we're about to.
We'll get to my man.
Yeah.
Number 1, Travis Kelce with 138 points
Dude,
last year.
money.
Like you said, he's probably the number 1 target in Kansas City. He's going to be looking at a lot of catches, a lot of
Trick's
targets.
going to be doing a lot of different things. He's not going to just be
Yeah,
catching balls.
He's getting reversed. isn't
Greg
he?
Olsen at number 2, 127 points. You know Cam Newton, he did get some receivers and Christian McCaffrey to
That's
take some
still
extra.
Cam
loves
but
his tight
it's
end.
sti-
Yeah.
what did you just say?
Olsen
It's
is
his
definitely
favorite.
his favorite target.
Yep, yes,
Without
he
a
is.
doubt.
Yep,
With him
been
for
for a
years.
while.
Um,
Number 3 surprised me because I picked him up late last year. Kyle Rudolph, Vikings tight end. He had 126 points, one shy of Greg Olsen. Sam Bradford seems to favor him a lot more. So
It's always the game managers that pick the
Yep.
tight ends.
Yep.
Tight ends, yeah.
Yep.
now number 4, Jimmy Graham. I did not know he put up 124 points last year.
923 yards.
He hasn't.
Silently.
He hasn't.
Better shape
And he barely
this year.
played. Yep.
Yep, exactly. He barely played. He's in better shape, so I look for him to have a turnaround year this year for sure. Now, number 5 was my tight end number 1 last year, Delaney Walker. 123 points. Marcus Mariota's. He could be one of his favorite targets. I mean, yeah, they got a receiver in the draft, Corey Davis, but Delaney is a big target for Marcus Mariota. And then I hate to leave him off my list, but my wild card is Gronk. He's back this year, hopefully healthy. If he stays healthy, he's hands down the number 1 tight end in the league. But I just wanted to give respect to the people who put in the work last year.
Understandable.
We know what Gronk can do.
No, understandable. And we're going to finish with Gronk, and I'm going to start with him. He's going to be number 1 on my list, and that's only because Gronkowski played yesterday in his first preseason game since 2012. So as much as those injuries may bother people like us, they're not bothering the Patriots, which is a sign that Gronk is healthy and ready to play
Especially
this
if
year.
they're putting him out in the preseason.
Definitely. That's why I'm excited to see Gronk back out there because he's so hungry and we won the Super Bowl and I know he feels like he may not have been a part of it, so he's definitely going to want to prove himself this year.
Definitely.
I got Ebron from Detroit coming in at number 2.
It's
I
a
like,
good one.
I like Eric.
Now, see, I picked him because I can't even think of the second receiver on Detroit behind Golden Tate. Who is it?
Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones.
I'm sorry. Okay, so no disrespect to Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
Stafford has always loved his tight
But
end.
Stafford-
Exactly. I was just about to get that. Stafford loves his tight end.
You said
He's
the
a-
game managers
Yeah,
hit their tight end.
they
He likes
get
his
him.
big bodies.
Yep. So I feel, even though Marvin Jones, I talked about him the other day. I'm sorry I disrespected you, Marvin, for forgetting who you were. But he is going to be a game changer, obviously.
Yeah, yep.
But I really believe Ebron will still be Matt Stafford's big target. Travis Kelce, number 1 target in the Chiefs offense to me. Tariq will be there, obviously, but without Jamal Charles, they're going to be looking for him. He's going to be looked at more in that offense. So
That ball.
Jimmy Graham, you said him, and I'm going to go with him again too. 923 yards last year, 6 touchdowns, and played a minimal amount of time.
Yep.
They said he came in looking healthy this year, so if he can come in strong, get some big production out of him, I think that the Seahawks are going to be a much better team. So look out for Jimmy and Martellus,
There you go.
champion.
Not only that, but he's with Aaron.
I was just about to say that. He's a champion now, and I think he's going to be relaxed, and he's with Aaron Rodgers, who we can always argue I'm going to pick Tom. You guys will pick Aaron. Maybe you're not you, Jerome. I'm not sure where you go with that, but I know where you stand. So I feel like Martellus is in a good system, and he will be able to thrive. So that's my favorite.
He had some nice plays in the preseason. They said that combination already looks deadly.
Yeah.
I like you. I got Gronk at number 1. He's the best tight end that we've ever seen. He's first ballot Hall of Famer. He might go down as the greatest tight end ever. I'd be wrong to leave him off. He's number 1. As long as he can stay healthy, I would take the risk on Gronk personally.
Definitely.
Travis Kelce, number 2. I mean, I agree with you guys. I really like Travis Kelce this year. Alex Smith doesn't have much to work with. He's going to rely on Travis Kelce a lot, and he'll come through. Greg Olsen, like you said, Cam's big body target. Cam loves him. He always has.
Always will.
Always will. Yeah, he's from the U. I love Greg Olsen. So definitely look out for Greg Olsen. Jordan Reed, number 4.
That's a good one.
Jordan Reed has been shining and doing his thing in Washington over the last few years. So I really like Jordan Reed.
I'm surprised we didn't talk about him in the
He might be top 3 tight end in the league. I mean,
It's just him and TP.
Yeah.
Jimmy Graham, number 5. I like what I hear. He lost weight. It's another year in the system. Another year more familiar with Russell. I think he's gonna be fine. My wild card, I got Gerald Everett, the Rams tight end that we drafted, just because understand why Jordan Reed is so good. Because Sean McVay loves his tight ends. Our new head coach, he made Jordan Reed what he is, and he drafted Gerald Everett with their first pick this year only because he sees a lot of Jordan Reed in him, and if he can beat Jordan Reed like he's hoping, then Gerald Everett might be somebody for you to watch, and he's been doing good in the preseason.
Watch out for David Njoku too from the Cleveland Browns. I really feel like he might be.
Yep.
That rookie might.
Or OJ Howard.
Yep.
OJ Howard's another one.
Definitely.
You know Jameis Slings.
So that is our fantasy from our panel. Definitely some good pickups there for you to be aware of in your draft. And as we finish the first bake, put our seatbelts on, roll up the windows. It's time for the burn run. First topic, preseason weekend rundown. Had some games this weekend. What happened, guys?
The Titans played Carolina, guys, and the Titans did pull it out. Mariota looked decent, but the guy that we're going to talk about today, I'm going to talk about is McCaffrey.
Yes, sir.
3 carries,
Great game.
33 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 receptions, 29 yards, 39 yards. So basically, he brought the whole package, and he showed. And that's why I'm nervous about Greg Olsen this year. I feel like Carolina has so many weapons.
That's nice though. For Cam. Finally, he's getting some weapons.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Rams, of course, beating the Raiders 24-21. But the real story of the day is Jared Goff, how poised he looked. 16-20, 160 yards and a touchdown. He got a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of reps.
He had a lot of reps and played well.
Still the preseason.
Cooper Kupp caught his second touchdown of the
Cooper,
preseason
the
in two games. I talked a lot of stuff, but I'm starting to come around to you, Cooper. Keep doing your thing.
My game, I have Pittsburgh winning 17-13 over the Falcons. My takeaway from the game, of course, it's alright, Slick. My takeaway is a good one.
What?
James Conner finally made his NFL debut. 20 carries, 98 yards. He would have definitely had some touchdowns, but they threw the ball in the red zone trying to work out some stuff.
Le'Veon, the Steelers don't need you, bro.
Yeah, we do. We still need you.
Hey, Jalen Smith was flying around the field for the Cowboys too. Looked good coming back from
finally.
Did they get it done? Yes, they did.
Good.
Good to hear about Connor and those guys coming back from those injuries. Now we move on to the NBA. Investigating Magic Johnson, the new owner of the Lakers. What do we have happening with him out there?
Come on, now listen. Paul George is from Palmdale, California, if you guys know this. Yeah. He's had a relationship with Magic Johnson and Kobe since he came into the league. So I feel like the Pacers are just mad.
Yeah,
because the second that Paul George came out and said, I want to go to the Lakers, I feel like they were like, Magic had to do something about it.
Seems really bitter.
Because Magic came out and as soon as he said it, though, Magic did tweet, God is good.
Yeah.
So maybe there was a little something there.
Here's my whole
friends.
thing. When it comes to sports, professional sports, there's always some type of tampering, no matter what anyone
because
suggests.
Everybody has a relationship.
Yeah, everyone. It's not like it's strictly business. People know other people like besides the business aspect. You know what I mean? So of course there was some talking. I'm sure there was. Did they cross a barrier? We'll soon find out. But I don't think it's anything.
I don't even think there was any talking, to be honest with you. I think that Paul George just said how he felt at the moment.
Exactly.
He wants
to be in LA.
He wants to be in LA. That's his hometown.
Exactly.
Kyrie got to come out and tell him where he wanted to go. Why can't Paul George?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. The Pacers are just, their feelings are hurt.
Just looking for a story.
Definitely a story we'll watch coming out of the NBA with Magic Johnson and that going further. Our next one, Anquan Bolden. elite receiver in the NFL. Hangs it up today.
Sad day.
Florida State Seminole, man.
Florida State Seminole. Anquan Bolden. Great
12
career.
seasons, 12 seasons of 50 catches, 1,000 yards. Hall of Famer?
Yeah. Greatest number 2.
14 seasons in the
receiver?
league and he almost has 14,000 yards. I mean, he...
Production.
Bro,
That's
Like
all
you said,
can say.
like it's crazy when you think about it, he's never been number one.
Yeah, he's never been
Probably
number
the
one.
best number 2 receiver you can ever think of.
Yeah.
Blocking,
Very physical at the
catching almost
line,
anything.
not very fast, not the most athletic guy, but
he ma-
solid hands,
Hey,
create separation with
I'm
the
sad to
strength.
see him go.
I am too.
Because I can't even remember
Especially
when he
in
started.
the way he's going.
He didn't even decline, and now
The way he's going is good though
though.
because he's saying that his life outside of football is bigger than football.
Yeah,
and from
but-
what I'm hearing, he's supposed to be advocating on some stuff about cap and the
social
police.
issues.
Yeah,
But see, I understand what you're saying, but no matter what, Buffalo
Football fan.
self-imploded, and he
Yeah.
want any
Yeah,
part of
he
it.
didn't want to be a part of
Yeah,
that.
I
Can you
definitely
blame
think
him?
if he was somewhere else, he would have stayed.
Definitely.
News out of the NBA, Milwaukee Bucks forward getting in some international troubles. What's happening over there with Giannis?
So the Greece Basketball Federation
Where he's from?
accused the Bucks and the NBA of a big giant plot to keep Giannis out of the EuroLeague tournament. Said that he has a knee injury. He reported an hour before the game started while he was in China, not even located in the place that the basketball tournament was going
So
to
he
be.
didn't have to-
He had no intentions, which Greece has a problem with.
We see the United States do this all the time. I mean, certain players don't play, and injuries come out, and it's just a part of basketball. It's a part of
See,
these teams. Like, I
it's-
mean,
I
I wish
end of the
you.
day, to me, Greece, how much money are you paying him?
Exactly.
Not that much
That was
compared to what
that was
the
about to be
Bucks
my
are.
thing.
The
We
Bucks
can do it as
are-
U.S. people because we have backups. We have college players. We have all these other people to step in. Greece don't have no other Greek freak out there.
Yeah, that's what I
They
was
don't
saying.
have no other
And
Giannis.
the only thing is,
Time,
I think that's why he
Greek ain't
should.
got no other
But see,
contract.
when you say it like that, that's why maybe he should be playing though. Because
Yeah.
think about it, they don't have
Yeah, they
anybody
need
great.
him.
Yeah.
They need him.
But at the same time,
Can you blame Milwaukee?
more so
yeah,
country or contract.
he's
No.
under contract with Milwaukee.
No, I
Don't
can't.
play, don't go
I
risk
can't blame
yourself.
Milwaukee, but I
Yeah.
can blame Giannis because he had the decision. He
Yeah.
could be out there playing.
And he was already
So
in
he said
China.
he didn't want to. He could have just came out and said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he,
An hour before the game.
he strung him
started.
along, and then just if I was Greece, my feelings would be hurt too.
And as we move on to this weekend's topic, the mega fight, Floyd versus Conor. It's finally happening, guys. We're less than a week away.
Y'all ready?
No, I am. I said it last week. I'm buying the fight. I'm all in.
To me,
100%.
all I'm ready for is after the fight, so I could collect my money. Like that's all I want.
I mean, at this point, everyone's picked their side. We know who the corner heads are. We know who's going Floyd. But when it comes down to them two, it's still going to be Floyd at the end of the day. Like,
Definitely.
he's too fast. The 8-ounce gloves were okayed. Everyone
Yeah.
thinks it's a better chance for Conor. They're still heavier than UFC gloves. Floyd's going to be throwing fists of fury, and it's going to be...
It's just gonna make Conor's life worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conor's gonna feel more pain now.
I'm
on his
just,
way
but
out.
I understand we all got Floyd, but I'm just excited to see because I know Connor's going to come out with that aggression. And he's coming out.
come out there
He's coming
taking
out
no ass
swinging.
whooping.
No, he's definitely not coming out
Not
taking
laying
it.
down. I've
No,
talked
he's
too
not
much
laying
to
down.
this
He's
kid.
going strong.
Yeah.
Conor is going to throw so many punches in the first 3 rounds, more punches than I think
Hope he
Floyd
don't
has
tire
ever seen.
himself. I just
thrown
hope he don't tire himself out.
No, that's
because if
definitely
that happens, then it's just over.
That's why I
Floyd's
said I
picking
really
him
don't
apart.
see this fight going the distance. Like, if it does, I feel like shame on Floyd. Like, he's an amateur boxer.
Floyd
You should
might
whoop
take him
his-
out early.
like-
If Floyd can take him out early though and go
Might
out
take
on
him
that,
early.
cheers to you, Floyd. Shout.
And that wraps up our burn run as we move on forward to the Blaze Point, where we discuss the hottest topics, which is now the quarterback competition in the NFL. We didn't think we had this many controversies,
There's a
but
lot.
after a few
Guys,
weeks
what-
in the preseason, it's
What do we got?
looking like some
5,
trouble.
6 teams?
Jerome, you
Right
talked.
now.
I mean, you talked about it on Friday. What's going on in Jacksonville?
Yeah. Talk about them.
At this point, I don't know what's going through Blake's mind.
Yeah.
In my mind, in the war of the minds, he lost to Chad Henne already.
Yeah.
Blake Bortles lost to Chad
I'm just gonna.
Henne.
Bro, hold on. This moment is silent for Cap.
Now you were right.
Yes.
So let me
I'm
pick up there. So, like you said, you think Chad Henne won the job. Well, Chad Henne came into the game that he replaced Blake Bortles and was 6 of 10, 44 yards. What did he do?
Again.
What did he do to win the job?
Nothing.
Blake, you didn't do anything to win the job except be the number 3 pick.
Yeah. No.
But what have you done since then to win the job? Nothing. Is it time that they bring in another one? Because I don't think that either of these quarterbacks on this list are going to win you the games that Jacksonville has the talent around to win. I don't think that either of these guys are going to win the games that Colin Kaepernick could win.
With that Jacksonville offense, if Colin were to come in, he would manage that game better than Blake or Chad Henne. End of story.
Man, at this point, I'm feeling like Tim Tebow might manage it better.
He is from Jacksonville.
Yeah, I was mad they didn't bring him in.
I mean, Tim Tebow should still be in Denver because their situation is not much better.
Oh, you're saying, what about their situation?
Another team with quarterback
You're right.
issues.
Remember what happened last time Tebow was in Denver?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
So they traded up to get Paxton Lynch last year.
Yes, they did.
They traded up to get Paxton Lynch last year. They really wanted him, obviously.
Great
John, you really wanted him. But where's the faith? Where's the faith? You gave Trevor Siemian. Yes, Siemian. Half the people that watch him don't even know how to say his name. You gave him the job over Paxton Lynch last year after you drafted him. Okay, whatever. He's a rookie. But now they're leaning towards Trevor again. I mean, Paxton got the start in the preseason game yesterday. Didn't do much. 9-13, 39 yards. 39 yards on 13 attempts. You didn't do anything.
Elway would never bring in Colin.
What did you guys see in him? I don't understand why Elway would whiff on something like that, and he's such a great
quarterback. Future. I mean, he used to be a quarterback.
I mean, he went out and got Peyton Manning to win them a Super Bowl because he knew that he needed that. So you know that he knows that the quarterback position is so important. He's gonna have to do something.
But the one I want to talk about, and I'm sure this one's gonna hit home for Chaz. Not Deshaun Kaiser, but
you're talking about Houston.
Houston, Deshaun Watson, and what's going on down there?
Like I said,
Tom Savage,
Tom Savage couldn't win Pitt a conference title. There's no way that he's going to start over Deshaun Watson.
Tom Savage has not done anything to lose his job.
That's what I was about to get to. Tom Savage
he hasn't done anything to lose his job, but this is also preseason. We will see week 1, week 2 when he goes out there. If he even makes it to week 2, we'll know by then.
I mean, my thing is
Deshaun was starting by week 2.
Yes, Deshaun took down Bama.
Deshaun's a rookie.
Bama is nothing.
Bro, Bama's
the closest thing to an NFL defense that any college team will see.
You can take down that Goliath.
What did he do to them?
But the thing is that, yes, Bama is the closest thing to anything in the NFL, but like you said, it's close to the NFL. They are not the NFL.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
he's
he's
like the worst player on Bama. He's not the worst player on the NFL team.
He's more ready than Tom Savage.
But how? Tom Savage has NFL experience.
Tom Savage hasn't thrown a career touchdown yet. So what makes him better than Deshaun? You haven't thrown
the fact that the number one
had
receiver,
the experience with no touchdowns.
The number one receiver in that offense gave Tom Savage the thumb. You know that.
That's because he has to. He has to. Nuke has to. He cannot stand there and be like, no, Tom is my quarterback.
But the coach
because he don't want to go against the coaches.
Yeah.
He don't want to go against
the coaches. The coaches are saying
the coaches are liking Deshaun.
Yeah.
But all the coaches before all this Deshaun talk, before him hyping up everything at training camp, they were all for Tom Savage. Yes, they were.
So why did they?
So that's why they're saying.
But they traded up to get Deshaun. So why did they do that?
Because they know what's going to happen.
No, I don't know if they know what's going to happen.
They're not throwing him to the Wolves, but they know what's going to happen. Deshaun's going to be the franchise quarterback.
To me, in Houston,
for sure,
you're not throwing him to the Wolves. It's a great situation. You're a playoff team.
Let's be real though. Great defense. Offense
but you won the division last 2 years.
Okay.
You should win the division again this year.
Receiver that should be greater than what they are. Nuke is good. Nuke's the best thing they got. Will Fuller can't stay healthy, can't catch. Braxton can't stay healthy.
Jalen Strong is a great deep threat.
Jalen Strong was a big pickup when he got drafted. But bro, if you remember, he wasn't. Did he get drafted to them? I swear he got sent somewhere else. Whatever the case is, he hasn't been making his rookie.
Lamar Miller, Deontay Foreman.
Lamar Miller did okay go in there.
They drafted Deontay Foreman from Texas.
There you go. That's a rookie though.
They have
that's
some
a rookie
weapons.
Though. Just like Deshaun.
Exactly.
He got to earn his way too. So I'm not.
No, that's my point. I understand. I like Deshaun, but he has to prove it to me.
Yeah.
Like the preseason isn't enough, and like once he gets in the regular season, if he gets in, because I personally believe Savage is going to start at least the first 4 games.
At least the first.
You think the first 4?
Yes, I believe, and if he gets 2 out of,
I don't think he makes it.
I think if they go 0-3, he gets yanked because they were a playoff team last year and they're not going to even play that crap.
I feel like the way they lose might depend on how
Yeah.
like he can
if they lose the
but he
first two
comes out
games that are
producing.
close on a last minute drive that he
But you gotta
would.
think this team won with Brock Osweiler having a horrible year. So like
He's
the
worth some
numbers-
At the end of the day, you have to realize that Bill O'Brien is an offensive-minded coach, and he's going to take pride in the way his
Right.
offense looks.
Yeah.
It's if Tom Savage is out there just managing games, getting by like they've been doing, Billy O's not happy. Billy O's not happy with the way their offense has been playing.
So let me ask
lately.
you this.
So if they don't get better under Tom Savage,
Let me
they
ask you
need a
this.
spark.
You
Deshaun's
guys feel
going to
that
come
strong about Deshaun. So you're telling me the other Deshaun, Kaiser, won't be the starter for Cleveland?
in. He should be.
He should be to me.
Because that's another quarterback
But the
controversy.
thing is, I
He
don't.
now has the Texans' old quarterback.
I think
Yeah.
that
Between Brock
Deshaun.
and
I'm not
Deshaun
gonna say,
Kaiser.
and I'm not gonna say he's already proven more, but from what we've seen in the preseason,
You're just talking about that game-winning touchdown.
exactly.
That's what you're talking
Exactly, and that's what I like. I like winners. I
agree.
like people that get the job done.
But if
That's how
we're
I talk
talking
to
about
people.
winners, but if we're going to really
Yes,
say
okay.
that,
Deshaun is a winner. You're right.
and Kaiser has not proven that he
But I feel like at the
is.
same time, we're talking about the Texans, which
And
were a
the
playoff
Browns.
team last
And the
year,
Browns.
Yeah, and the
who had nothing to
Browns.
lose,
Yeah.
or could afford to
in
throw
the
into
sense of
Yeah,
throwing
they're
in the sense of throwing one of these rookie quarterbacks to the wolves. What rookie quarterback do you think will be in there first?
Like Trubisky.
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 That's
No,
another
I do
team.
not.
That's
I do.
another
I
team.
do not because I think that they paid Glennon too much money for it. Trubisky won't start day one. He will eventually because Glennon's going to be
He's gonna
poor.
fold.
He's going to be
Yeah,
awful.
I don't-
But you're right.
I never-
They gave Glennon
They gave Glennon too
And
much
I didn't
money for him
understand
to sit
that. I didn't
day one.
understand that. That was
because
so
they
stupid.
did, and then they traded
And then they
up.
traded
and then
up.
they traded
yeah,
everything
like,
for him.
I
It
don't
did-
understand.
I think
that.
Chicago's in the worst place because they gave up a lot for.
They are in a bad
Chicago
position.
is in a
For him
very
not
bad
to
They're
be
in a
playing
bad
what they gave
situation.
up.
Exactly, for him not to be playing. Either way, they're kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The Bill, man, no matter who they put in Chicago,
Yeah.
they're still gonna lose.
As we're nearing the end of our show, we come to our final segment, which is the last hit. Usually our panel passes that out individually. Today, we're going to be doing it as a group. And we like to dedicate it to you, the fans and the viewers out there. As we come upon our goal number of subscribers, once we reach it, we want to give something back to you as viewers. Denzel, you want to tell them a little more?
Okay, so we're trying to reach our goal of 200 subscribers. And as he noted, we're going to need your help. What we need from you guys is more shares and more subscriptions to our YouTube channel. So every single day, even if you're already subscribed, when you share something and then you comment hashtag MSS and match on the post that we share as a page on our MSS page, we will put your name into a bucket. And when your name is in the bucket, you can do that every single day. So you until we get 200 subscribers, you can get your name in there 40 times if you share every day until that happens. And once we get to 200, we'll pull out a name, and that person will get 2 Stiller tickets for whichever game or whichever week it is. So I feel like this is us helping, and you guys helping us, and us giving back to you. So it's good for everyone.
All right, fans out there, make sure you share and subscribe for your chance to win. And that's going to wrap up our show. It's been a great one. From my esteemed colleagues here, I am your host. We'll be back tomorrow for another morning sports session. You matching?
Everything else is